Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over Conkeldurr. I saw this on Limitless TCG. I've had a couple of my friends try to sit there and convince me to play it, and so you know what, I'm going to try it out on Fun Deck Friday. We have Conkeldurr with its first attack being Tantrum. For one fighting, it does 80, and this Pokemon is now confused, which kind of helps itself because Gutsy Swing is its next attack. For fighting, colorless, does 250. But if this Pokemon has a status condition, ignore all energy cost of this attack. So it attacks for free, 0 energy if it has any special conditions. So yes, we can confuse it, but we also have But we also have another way of doing that I'll get to in a second. We do have the Pidgeot EX with its quick search ability. Search your deck for a card, put it in your hand. You can't use more than one quick search per turn. We have the Rotom V with its instant charge. You're going to see a lot of this combo, the Pidgeot and Rotom, if you're running a stage 2 deck. Instant charge says, hey, draw 3 cards. If you do that, your turn ends. Now, how do we get a more reliable way of getting a status condition on Conkeldurr? Well, we use Brute Bonnet. Brute Bonnet with its Toxic Powder ability says once per turn, if it has an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule on it, it can poison both Pokemon. This is how we get our status condition down. This is how we reliably get Conkeldurr to hit for free. We do have the Fezandipiti EX flip the script. It just says if any of your Pokemon were knocked out on your opponent's turn, go ahead and draw 3 cards, but you can't use more than one flip the script per turn. We do have the Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX. Season skill says the attack Bloodmoon costs 1 colorless less for each prize card your opponent has taken, and the attack Bloodmoon does 240, but you can't attack next turn. That's okay, we're not going to worry about that. It's a late game attacker, so hopefully instead of the 5 cost that it is, it's usually a 1 or 2 cost. And lastly, we do have the Radiant Hisuian Sneasler with its Poison Peak ability. During Pokemon Checkup, put 2 more damage counters on the opponent's active poison Pokemon. So this is really nice because we're able to go from potentially 250 to now 280 with the poison and then the extra 2 from Radiant Sneasler. So we're hitting all the stage 1s that are out there. We do have a couple of supporters here. We have Arven, Iono, Boss, and Thornton. Arven says, search your deck for a tool and an item, put them in your hand. Iono says, both players shuffle their hands, put them on the bottom of the deck, and draw however many prize cards they have. Boss's order, you get to choose a Pokemon from their bench and put it in active. And Thornton says, choose a basic Pokemon from your discard pile and switch it with one of your benched basic Pokemon. All of the status conditions, all cards attached like tools and energy, and special conditions that are potentially poisoned or whatever the case may be, and most importantly, turns in play. So you can take a Rotom V that is sitting on the bench, potentially a 2 prize card liability waiting to be knocked out, and switch into, say, something like a Brute Bonnet, or switch into a Timburr, which is going to then potentially allow you to make a Conkeldurr and start swinging. This is important. Our A-Spec for the deck is going to be our Precious Trolley. Precious Trolley says search your deck for any number of basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. This is how we get rolling. This is how we get our entire thing set up. Yes, we do have Nest Balls and Ultra Balls. We do have those things. This is how we get our bench set up. It is the most important card to look for. So going second and getting yourself an Arven is hopefully what you're going to be doing. Now, we do have 2 tools of note that we need to look at. We have the Binding Mochi, which says the Pokemon that is poisoned that this card is attached to does 40 more damage when it attacks. So say we have Conkeldurr with a Binding Mochi, that's going from 250 to now 290, and that's important. We're knocking out a lot of stuff. Plus the other Pokemon is poisoned, so that's 300, and then you add in the Hisuian Sneasler, that's 320. Well, now you see, we're starting to hit a lot of the other stage 2s now. Granted, we're not hitting the Charizard, and we're not hitting like a Dragon, we're not hitting Slacking. You're not going to see a lot of that, but we're not hitting Slacking. So the big stage 2s, the high peak, the highest of the highs, you're not going to be hitting, but stuff like Gurdurr only has 310, and you're knocking those things out, which is kind of important. And we also have the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. It says the ancient Pokemon that this is attached to gets 60 more HP and cannot be affected by special conditions. That's fine, we're not going to worry about it. We're just using this to make sure Brute Bonnet can poison us and them. Lastly, I want to go over Gravity Mountain. Says stage 2 Pokemon get minus 30 HP, and this is how we knock out Charizard. This is how we knock out Hydreigon. This is how we get all of those bigger stage 2s, the high highs that I talked about. This is how we get those, and we knock them out. That's the tech list. Pretty simple. Let's go ahead and get into it and see how we do. Okay, so like I said, so with this one, going first can help, but really going second is where we want to go, because we want to make sure we get that Precious Trolley. And so getting the Arven like we have here is really important. We need to have the ability on our first turn to get all of our Pokemon out that we need and keep going that way. Really like those sleeves. Those are cool sleeves. We've got Tatsugiri here to attract customers. Take the top 6, look at them. If you find a supporter, put it in your hand. Just attach to the... Okay, we'll go here. We'll also go here. We are looking for that Precious Trolley and a Forest Sealstone. Precious Trolley's coming out. We're going to get a Brute Bonnet Pidgey. We're going to get a Rotom, and we're going to get another Timburr. And from here, we are going to... You know what we can do? Well, you know what? I'd rather have the Forest Sealstone on it, just in case something happens, and then we'll go ahead and instant charge. Okay, we've got a Timburr and a Binding Mochi. If this Timburr down here goes down, we're really not going to worry too much about it. Because we got a second Timburr right here, and that would mean we have a Timburr in the discard. So if we do that, we can then potentially use Thorton later on and kind of get some things going. Drops a Youngster. Shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 5. It's a Rhyme. Okay, drops that down. I think that's fine. Okay, from here, what we need is Rare Candy into the Conkeldurr. We'll get the Binding Mochi here. Bosses order up this Froakie because it can become something deadly. And then we will go ahead and Star Alchemy here. What I want here is to get the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. Get the Ancient Booster, put it down on our Brute Bonnet, and we'll go ahead and Toxic Powder, start poisoning us. Yes, it poisons them, but that's fine. Now we'll just hit for 290 and for free and take a knockout. Here we're looking for a Gurdurr, and they'll concede. Okay, so like I said in the last one, the Precious Trolley is really the most important part of this deck, so I prefer to go second. Going second allows me to potentially have the Arven, allows me to have Rotom into Forest Sealstone, like I just said. We'll go ahead and put the one up. We could get Donked if it's using the Poison deck, but I actually doubt it. Fez down, Luminion down. Luminion's gonna get him Oh, Carmine. Okay. Carmine gets down and... Okay, throws away quite a bit there. Fire energy down. And passing of the turn. Okay, we've got a Night Stretcher. We'll go ahead and Rotom V. Nest Ball here to get ourselves... Oh, another Timburr. Town Store down. We'll go ahead and Town Store to get ourselves... Okay, no Forest Seal Stone for us. Binding Mochi here. And we can go ahead and Iono. We do need to get more cards out. Okay, this is okay. We've got this here. We've got the heavy ball. Okay, well, plenty of our tools are in there, one of each. So that's okay. And let's go ahead and throw another Timburr down just to be safe. And we'll instant charge. Okay, we've got the Pidgey and the Arven. So we could potentially be seeing a... We actually could see an attack next turn. Arven will go get us a Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. The Town Store will get us another Binding Mochi for this other Timburr or this other Timburr, depending on whether we get he gets an attack off or not. Will-O-Wisp, okay. Does the 20, and it's our turn. Okay, so what I would like to see here, we will put our Pidgey down. We will put our Gurdurr down. We will Rare Candy our Conkeldurr. We will Town Store. Getting another Binding Mochi. No. We will get the Booster Energy Capsule. Put that there. Hold off on Arven and Ultra Ball. We'll go ahead and Toxic Powder here. And we can swing for knockout. Getting our one. And we have a Nest Ball. So Nest Ball to get us... Let's see. Nest Ball gets us what? Fez for next turn when this Conkeldurr goes down. Okay. No problem there. The Blender helps. That Charcadet does not, though. They'll go get the Ceruledge. He is currently hitting for a lot more. Okay. 230. Good to know. We'll just throw another Conkeldurr up there. Brute Bonnet down. Arven. Arven goes and gets us the Rare Candy and gets us our Ancient Booster. Ancient Booster here. We'll go ahead and drop this. Dropping that and that. Getting ourselves the Pidgeot. Rare Candy into Pidgeot. Let's go ahead and hit the Pokestop here, see what we get. Okay, okay. I don't mind the Night Stretcher here. Night Stretcher can get us the Gurdurr. Gurdurr here. And we can then go ahead and... Is Quick Search here? Why not? Quick Search for... Quick Search for Fez, because I know that'll be important. We'll go ahead and Toxic Powder. And we'll go ahead and hit for 250. 260 with that. Poison Tick, and then if he doesn't get out of active, he'll go and give us 2 prizes coming into our turn. Okay, throws a boss's order up for the Brute Bonnet. Totally okay with us. Bissell Flames. Or Bissell Flames. Ugh. And we'll throw up the Conkeldurr. Why not? Okay, getting 2 off of this, that's fine. And we get a Binding Mochi and an Ancient Booster. Okay, we have a Town Store. Binding Mochi here. And let's go ahead and... let's see. We run... should have another Brute Bonnet. Let's go ahead and... quick search. We do not have another Brute Bonnet. That's fine. We have another Night Stretcher. Night Stretcher for the Brute Bonnet. Brute Bonnet down. Ancient Booster down. Let's go ahead and throw a Pokestop up. Why not? Okay, no big deal. Town Store, that way he doesn't get it. We'll go ahead and Toxic Powder here. And let's go ahead and Gutsy Swing. Take the knockout. And now, all we need is one more knockout. Rainy Greninja down. Flip the script. He's going to need another boss. Star Portal. Put 2, 3? 3? Just 2. Okay. Town Store, looking through his deck, I would guess gets... nothing. Okay. That should be a knockout, and then we should have knockout next turn. It is a knockout. We'll go ahead and Fez here. I think that's the smart way to play it. Okay, no. We do absolutely need a quick search here. For the Conkeldurr. Nope, for the Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr here. And we'll go ahead and Toxic Powder. And there's the game. And there you go, Conkeldurr. I did not expect this to be as good as it was. I actually like this deck a lot. I don't know that I would change it too much about this. I don't necessarily like the reliance on Precious Trolley, but I understand why it's there. It is a mostly one prize deck, so you have a little bit of time to kind of get set up if you do get set up.
My God, we need a palate cleanser.
So yeah, I like this deck a lot more than I thought I would, and it's definitely here on Fun Deck Friday for a reason, because it's actually really fun. Would I take this to a cup or a challenge? Honestly, yeah. Yes, I would. This is a deck that is going to catch people off guard. This is a deck that can and does mess with the meta and can hit the numbers that it needs to hit. So yes, actually, I would absolutely take this to a cup or a challenge. Would I take this to a regional? I personally would not, but I mean, it was at Stuttgart. It got day 2, so somebody did, and they did fairly well. I think they hit top 150. I could be wrong though, but I think it's top 150. So yeah, I think this is a perfectly good deck. What would I change about it? Honestly, I would take one Town Store and make that another Gravity Mountain, personally. That's what I would do. Yes, there's the potential, but how do we get our ancient boosters and stuff like that? So yes, there is that, but we have plenty of Arven. We do have the Town Store. We do have Pidgeot, so we can always go look for it. We do have Forest Sealstone, so if it's late game we haven't used it, we can always do that. The one Gravity Mountain doesn't necessarily do enough against the Charizard matchup. So I think that is what we need it for, is the Charizard matchup. Now, that being said, if it's poison and they don't move that Charizard, it does get KO'd going into our turn, so there's always that. But I think the one Gravity Mountain should be 2, and the 3 Town Store.
Okay.
The 3 Town Store should be 2. But that's, I think, all that I would change, honestly. So if you would, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and do all the things that help me continue to do this. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. So the more the merrier. Comment down helps with the algorithm, all that fun stuff. And with that, have fun. Stay safe. I love you. Bye.